My name is Victor Roldan. I work at God's Pantry. I'm a navigator. I was in prison. I was doing a life sentence. I did 31 years and 5 months on a life sentence. I went ahead, grabbed into the gang. I found myself in the gang culture. I grew up in a violent home. My father was a gang member. My mom was a gang member. Both of them in prison. Um, and I learned the lessons of violence very early on, and I utilized them for my own safety. I didn't learn until many years later, until I was a grown man, that that came from a place of fear. But I created a kind of a monster, right? And that monster protected me, and that was violence. So I didn't understand why I did that, and until I understood it, then I was able to do something about it. And when I got out of prison, they had me living in a men's home in downtown Los Angeles, and there was a lot of there was 55 ex-lifers living in the home. And I have a family member that works at God's Pantry, and she's been telling me since before I even got out, you got to come over here. We'll help you. And she told some of the people there, Goose and Sergio and Robert, about me. So they were all saying, yeah, come over. I came to God's Pantry, and I just felt welcome. Talking to Robert and Sergio, they interviewed me, and we worked on breaking down barriers. I got my daughter gave me a car. The pantry helped pay for the tickets. I couldn't pay. There was tickets on the car, but the unification program helped with paying those bills so I can get the car registered, and then work on getting my license. I got my license. Sergio and Robert, Goose, they all encouraged me to go back to school. I had 2 associate's degrees, so and I'm doing addiction counseling courses right now, and so they're saying get your certificate and see if we can utilize you here at the pantry. And that's one of the things that the God's Pantry started, was doing the wraparound services to begin with in its history, was looking for how to reach out further in the community. And that's why are people going hungry? Why are people, and that all comes from places of the environment, or the socioeconomic environment, that why are people like that? Why are people not able to eat? Why are people committing crimes? Why are people committing violence? So the California Violence Intervention Program reaches towards people like me. I tore down my community all my life, from the age of 11 until I start looking in and making changes in my life. And one of the greatest things that helped me was my writing. I started with the short stories. I have 2 daughters, so I've always written them stories. I wanted them to understand Mexican culture, and that's my love, is history, Mexican history and culture. So while still in prison, like I said, I made a lot of people into hardcore gang members. But somewhere along the line, I started getting cell partners that I started caring for these guys. And I would often find myself, they see me writing and they want to write. And they'll start writing stories for their kids, and I'll sit there and help them, and they'll send it home to their kids with a drawing or something, So they were able to start doing work. And I seen the value. I really did see that. I started recognizing the value of writing, of just short stories. So helping some of those cellmates, I knew that if I was ever to get out, I wanted to help people find a different way from what I used to show them. A way that, not being a gang member, not being, start building community instead of tearing it apart. I just feel that like I'm in a good place right now. I'm not perfect. I'm still a work in progress myself. Nowhere near being perfect, and that's probably going to be a lifelong journey. But I know if I stay close to doing work like this, that it will keep me on the right path.